Hey guys, what's going on? So I just wanted to update you all today on there's been a little development in the relationship between Pillow the Budgie and Pearl the Cockatiel. As you all know, if you've been watching the videos, we got Pearl and the two birds were sequestered for a month. And then we introduced her to Pillow. We brought them into the same space. And at first, Pillow was sort of wild. He was all over, just up in Pearl's face, and she didn't know what was going on. And then after a short time, they both calmed down and they seemed to become really good friends. After that, there was a period where Pillow again became sort of aggressive is the wrong word, sort of just up in Pearl's face, up in her space, and he would kind of get right up in her face and she would sort of nip at him, never actually biting or anything like that, but sort of this kind of little movement of like, get away, leave me alone. And he was very persistent of always kind of being up in her face. So after a while, what happened was we began to notice that Pillow would again get up in Pearl's face, and instead of lunging at him, she would open her beak and they would do this sort of making. It looked like they were making out, which sounds super just weird and strange. Until one day we noticed that there was actually, Pillow had like a little seed and he was passing it into Pearl's mouth. So he's actually been trying to feed her. And I think it just took her, he was trying to do that from the beginning and it just took her a while to sort of figure out what the heck was going on. But they do that all the time now and it's a little weird to see, but it's also pretty sweet, I guess. We Googled it and it's a sign of affection, and Pillow actually eats these seeds and then regurgitates them and passes them on to Pearl. And there's been more than once where they've been sitting on me and I'll feel something plop down on my leg. And of course my first thought is, oh great, they pooped on me. And I look down and it's a little cluster of seeds that's fallen out of somebody's mouth and hit my leg. This whole thing is it's cute and it's strange and it's a little gross, but it's just an interesting development in the relationship with these two birds. We're obviously a different species. I've heard of budgies, doing that with one another. Sorry if they're loud. They sound very loud to me. They're squawking over there. I know it's a common thing for mother birds to do that to their babies and birds of the same species. I just wasn't aware that birds of different species would or could do that to one another. So you bird people out there probably already know this. I'm probably preaching to the choir, but it was just very interesting for us to see, especially when for a while it seemed like Pillow was just being assertive with Pearl and she was just not having it. But he was trying to impart love and affection onto her. So it's actually really sweet. And apparently birds will even do that with people as well. And I actually had Pearl on my shoulder the other day and I leaned over and I gave her a little kiss just like on the top of her beak. And she nibbled on my mouth and I found a little seed there. And again, it's a little weird and it's kind of gross, but at the same time it's cute. And I guess it's sort of like when a cat brings home a dead animal. It's a gift and you should feel flattered by it and all of that. You just have to kind of overlook what's actually going on. So anyway, that's just sort of an interesting update in the relationship of these birds. Thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe and we'll see you next time. Kicked her.
You kicked her?
Yeah. You kicked her again. Pillow, what are you doing?
With a little foot?
Yes.
Oh.
Twice.